Ian.
Hi, Dave.
Ian, what did you do? We've been over this.
We have been over this.
I'm Dave.
I'm Ian.
This individual over here.
Yeah. I did a bad thing.
Ian.
And I really should have known better.
This is Team Clearcoat. We're an automotive podcast, and today we're going to talk about things.
Yeah, we are. The first thing that we're going to talk about is I need to come clean about something that I have done.
Yeah.
Ian. And it's an awkward topic. You know, in this age that we're living in, sometimes
which I've started referring to as the garbage era.
The garbage era.
Yeah.
The garbage era. I think that's the best name for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes a man needs to stand up and just admit when a really horrendous mistake has been made, and this is one of those times.
Or a series of horrendous mistakes that have happened over and over and over again.
At about 20 minutes into our last show.
Yeah, Ian.
I said something, and
and
it was a mistake. It was really bad. What I said was that all is well in Volkswagen land.
Ian.
And it turns out that was not true.
Because as you were probably speaking.
As I was speaking, oil was pouring out of my car.
Uh-huh.
And it turns out that the lovely Denver roads have, cracked my oil pan.
Let's hang on. I would like to just devote maybe about 10 minutes of silence for when I would normally crack on you about the ride height of your vehicle.
There is nothing wrong with the ride height of my vehicle. It is not. The R32 is already lower, and my car is a skosh lower than stock.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get crazy coilovers or anything like that. That was that's an exaggerated photo.
This is a picture of Ian's R32 next to a Rubicon Jeep.
Okay, I mean,
all right.
That's not helpful.
Ian's Volkswagen R32. Does your R32 have a name? You're not a person who names things.
That car does not have a name.
Yeah. Have you ever had a car that has a name?
I did. Yeah. What did I call? I can't remember what I called my Susie. I had my Susie Subaru.
Okay, all right.
That car just had a personality.
Dusty Rusty's the only car I've ever named.
Yeah. And I don't usually name my cars, but
yeah.
Okay,
all right. This is the VW R32 that you may know from this fame on Instagram, getting placed onto the flatbed of a truck. Yep. And also this fame from Instagram at when we were at the track and the Team Clearcoat.
Well, that's a happy one.
The team photo there.
There are quite a few pictures on Instagram of my car on the back of a tow truck.
Yeah. Yeah. Ian.
I should never say that. I should never. Why would I say that?
No, Ian. Do you know that when because
I'm an idiot.
I want to be empathetic, but also I want to be stern and and
right.
like
you want to say I told you so because you told me last episode why are you saying that, and it turns out that you were correct.
But that's not the important thing. The important thing is that I was right. Anyway. No. So I think that you are in an especially bad place right now when it comes to cars. Right?
Yeah, in that 100% of my cars are broken.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about mentally where you're at. I know this borders on feelings, and it might not be Ian compliant, but I'm gonna try to syringe out of you what I can.
All right. I mean, I guess my mental space could best be described as pre-arson.
Okay. All right.
Like immediately pre-arson,
right.
I think is
right.
Can we take down the picture of my car on the flatbed? Do we need to look
how
at
about
that?
we put up a happy photo?
That's a happy
okay.
photo.
All right.
That's a happy photo.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, that's more fun.
Okay. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, no. I want to talk about it because I think a lot of people like us have been in this place before.
Yeah.
Where we are very upset with our vehicles. And I know I have certainly been there with Dusty Rusty, when I had to rage fix a water pump that had less than 40,000 miles on it.
Right.
Right? And so I was wondering why that water pump was failing, and I was in a bad place because I was doing what I should have done to keep up the car, and there it was pouring coolant all over the place. And I was in a really rough place, man.
Right.
And it's just you just start saying like, fuck this car, fuck this part, fuck this everything. And yeah. So it's the thing that I always latch onto in those times, besides like thinking about that automotive happy place that we've talked about before, is like what your next actions are.
Arson is an action.
Okay. All right. It is by definition an action.
Yeah.
It's also a crime.
Yeah.
But what do you honestly think you're going to do looking forward?
I think, they're both paid off. I think, the Volkswagen I don't think is going anywhere. It's actually been, and I can't believe I'm not going to say this. It's actually been pretty well behaved. I mean, there's been a few things that have gone wrong with it recently, but they've all just been, it's been like the battery going dead, which is what happens.
Tetanus math, yeah.
Yeah, tetanus math. Or like me needing to get winter tires,
Right.
Like there really hasn't been any mechanical problems with it.
Right, until road hazard.
Until road hazard.
Right.
So that car's not going anywhere.
Right.
The Saab, on the other hand,
right.
As soon as I get one thing fixed, something else breaks.
Right.
It is constant with that car.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of just done with it. Like it's so frustrating. Like once every like 6 months, everything will be well.
Right.
And I'll be like, oh, I remember why I like this car. It's fast and comfortable and it was just a lot of car for the money and at the time and all that, but it's just not worth it anymore.
Right.
It's just such a nightmare.
But
right now, I think I think a few things are going to get fixed on it, and hopefully it'll get us through, the new baby and all of that nonsense in my life through the summer, and we can address it later. But,
okay.
It's a frustrating place to be in with that car right now.
Once you sell it, what do you think's next?
Yeah, that's a whole other discussion. So
let's have it.
Yeah, I mean, the cars that I'm looking at are honestly like, I want to get another wagon.
Okay.
I would love to get another fast wagon, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's just like anything. My one thing is I have to have something with a warranty.
Right.
I'm done with. I need one car with a warranty.
Okay.
So I'm considering a lease. I'm considering
Sure.
one option is like leasing a Volvo V60.
Yeah.
Which we could afford, and like a T5 and maybe a CPO T6 we could afford.
Okay.
But other than that, it's maybe I'm kind of considering that Buick Touareg.
Right. Sure.
That's an option. But there's not many other options.
So at what point in your life do you think you would ever go full bore minivan?
So Jenny does not want a minivan. I suggested it.
Right.
I think honestly, I think a minivan's too big for us. Really.
Right. I mean, yeah, you guys are only going to have 2 kids.
Yeah.
Right.
And we drive we're in the city. We're parallel parking. We have not a huge parking spot in the driveway.
True.
And I think it's just too big for us. Like
Okay.
we're at a spot now where when we need a big car, we rent one, and we do
Right.
that twice a year, and I think
get
that
that.
works perfect
Okay.
for us. So I think the size car that we have now would work. Maybe a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Maybe like 5 Series size.
Right.
But I don't want to go any bigger than that.
Okay.
And Jenny doesn't either. Jenny doesn't like riding up high either, so she doesn't want an
Right.
SUV.
Okay.
I certainly
she has problems with motion sickness when the vehicle has some sway, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would be concerned with that with a minivan too. I don't think that would
coil over a minivan.
Yeah. I was show with a lowered Venza.
I've seen a stance broed Honda Odyssey before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're cool.
Yeah.
We both drink
Coffee
sips.
sips. We're recording early.
Yeah. So those are the ones that are front of mind.
Right.
Jenny keeps bringing up a Subaru.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I really don't want a Subaru.
Okay.
Because we would end up with an Outback.
Right.
And I don't like them.
Right.
They're just not. They're not especially comfortable or good to drive, and they're everywhere.
Right.
And I would rather have something more fun.
So, I mean,
or nicer. Doesn't even need to be fun. It just needs to be nice.
So yeah, the interior build quality of Subaru is certainly not something that where I'd want to spend a lot of time. But I like just from the outside looking in, you know, and obviously, I know you. I know how deep car enthusiasm runs and how picky we both are about this kind of stuff, right? Because even to the extent of...
This is a preamble to bad news that he's about to give me.
No, even to the extent of, like, I understand that, like, my Infiniti M45 that I love, you would never own that vehicle. You know? That's not a car for you, right? So it's not about criticizing. It's about understanding your point of view.
Right.
Okay?
So what would your suggestion for me be?
You know, so from owning the Infiniti and having all the problems that I had with the Saab, I think that the best formula for success in, like, reducing the amount of bullshit that you have to deal with in your life, right, is a car that prioritizes reliability, right, and then a car that prioritizes fun.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Only when those forces are coupled, I think that you're setting yourself up to make things easier on yourself, right?
Right.
Because you don't want to go AMG wagon and your R32, you know?
Right.
Right.
Which is why I'm thinking of a new car, because at least because I'm going to own it, so it's going to break.
But
that's just the way it works.
Yeah, and I don't think new equals reliability, though.
But new equals I don't have to worry about the reliability.
Yes, you do.
Because if it breaks, I give it to someone and they fix it for free, and then they give me a loaner.
Right, but you're still dealing with these instances where you're in Vail and the car has broken. Right. And all of these logistics that spin out of that, right? Because, like, not having to worry about the financial repercussions of it is one thing.
Yeah.
The time and management aspect of it, I think, is even more than the money in
some
my
cases,
opinion.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but I think you might have to bite the bullet and get a Subaru.
Yeah. We're going to drive one. We'll drive a couple. I was thinking maybe even a Legacy might be a Legacy with a roof box might be a good option.
Dude, I have a roof box that you can borrow anytime.
Yeah, we just need to get one.
Yeah.
We need one. But yeah, I would rather do a Legacy than an Outback or a Forester.
Sure. Yeah.
That would be an option, I suppose. But
I see that this is a hard pill to swallow.
Well, it's just that I don't think I'm proposing any of the other cars that I'm proposing. I don't think are, like, horrendously unreliable either. I'm talking about a Buick.
The Buick's reliability not good, right? Because
those Regals are supposed to be pretty decent.
No, because that's the same platform that the last gen Saab 9.5 was built on, and that gets really bad reliability scores from what I looked up.
Well,
right,
that's probably for other reasons.
No, the Buick cross section of it did too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
but the Volvo, I think, initially had good reviews, but then I think it took a pretty big step down. I can't remember. I would have to look at it, but yeah. But I mean, obviously we are ruling out, like, Honda and Toyota, you know. But yeah, but they don't really make a vehicle in the segment that you would want.
There's no
You're not going to get a cross tour.
Right. I want something realistically, we need something all-wheel drive, because this is going to be getting us up into the mountains and all of that sort of stuff.
Sure.
And I would like to have a wagon,
right,
if possible,
or
a bigger sedan.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
a big sedan with a roof box would work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's got to be able to get 2 car seats in the back and a stroller in the trunk.
Yeah.
And still have room for some stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's
I think sedans are kind of out, from that perspective.
Some sedans I think would be. I think we would struggle to get the big stroller that we have into a lot of trunk openings.
Yeah.
So
and that's often the issue is not the size of the trunk. It's the opening.
Yeah.
There's some kind of innuendo in there, right? There's some kind of way to fill that up. But that is quite often the issue. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. I think it might be time to bite the bullet and get a Subaru. I hate to say it,
It might be. You might be right. I'm not gonna not look at them.
Yeah.
It's more just that's not where my mind. That's not what I want to do.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's not what I want to do. But yeah.
Yeah.
In the last few days, I've been thinking about a Legacy.
Yeah.
More than
sure.
Else. I don't want an Outback.
Right.
It's just not for me.
Nobody's saying you have to have an Outback.
Everybody wants me to have an Outback.
No, Ian, I don't want you to have an Outback. Do you hear me telling you to buy a Honda CR-V? No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah, I definitely don't want one of those. Don't want one of those.
Well, if you'd like to open the door to the blanket fort, I brought a lot of people here that care about you today. And they've all written you letters.
It's a sob intervention.
Right?
Yeah. Anyway, well, hopefully the fuel pump will get fixed and my all-wheel drive system will get fixed. And by the end of next weekend, all will be good for a while anyway. And that'll be nice. Okay.
All right. Everybody out there, cross your fingers, cross your fuses for Ian Saab Turbo X.
Yeah.
I would like to kick off my first FMK cars. This one is called Dear God, Ian. Dear God, Ian. In this FMK cars, I'm going to give you a vehicle and a quantity of children that you have to have. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, buddy?
Yeah.
We're going to get through this together, buddy, okay? All right? Ian?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Let's go ahead and show the people what I'm talking about. Explain FMK cars while I'm doing this, Ian.
FMK Cars is a game we play on this show. It is based on the classic game of Fuck, Marry, Kill, but we play it with cars instead of people because we're nice. F means you drive it for a day. You hit it and quit it. M means you marry it. It is your new daily driver. And K means you crush it. It goes to the crusher.
That's right. So I'm going to give Ian 3 cars, and he's going to decide FMK. Ian, as you can guess, the first car is a Saab Turbo X.
Yeah.
Wagon.
Okay.
Okay? All right? In the scenario, you have to have 5 children.
5 children. Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Up next, Ian, is a Volkswagen R32 on the back of a tow truck. Volkswagen R32.
Yeah.
You have to have 4 children.
4 children.
Okay?
Oh, my God.
Lastly, Ian, we have a 2018 Subaru Accent. That's their new Subaru that's going to have
Ascent.
Thank you, not the Accent. That's a Hyundai. Let's see here. Let's just look at the press photos.
Oh yeah, this thing.
Yeah, it's their 7-seater SUV.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to have 3 children.
Okay. So 5, 4, and 3.
Yep.
I am going to crush the Turbo X with 5 children because that's number 1. Too many children.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're not the Duggars.
No.
You're Jenny and Ian.
Yeah, I am not the Duggars. And I will for a day put my 4 children into the tow truck that is towing my broken R32.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. All right.
And then I will marry the 7-seater
Subaru.
Subaru.
Yeah.
With 3 children, which is still at least 1 too many children, maybe 2 too many children.
I would agree. Also, possibly 3 too many children.
Well, there is that. Yeah.
Well done, Ian. Well done. What else you want to talk today?
What would you do there?
I
Just
would
crush all three of them.
I would have a RAV4 and a wooden bowl of salad.
That's right.
My girlfriend and I were at IKEA yesterday, and we were not fighting because we don't fight when we're at IKEA, thankfully. And I saw wooden salad bowls, and of course I thought what every human thinks is when you see a wooden salad bowl, Toyota RAV4.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah.
I hope during therapy you do word association and
Right,
salad bowl comes up.
Toyota RAV4. Like, we're going to need to get into this.
I don't think your copay is going to cover this part.
Yeah. Hold all my next sessions for the next week. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and order some food. Also, this phone isn't on. What? I'm on a podcast? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This bit isn't working.
Yeah, yeah. Realistically, obviously, I'd pick the Subaru and 3 children. Yeah, and then I like your tow truck kicker for making the kids ride up front in the cab. That's good. That makes me think of that season of Archer when he had the Ferrari that was just on the flatbed the whole time. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I probably with 4 children, I would end up probably just sabotaging the car myself. And just that would be how I would get peace and quiet. Well, I guess there's no room for me in the truck, so you kids go on up there. I'm gonna ride back here, and I'll just nap.
You're just playing a Game Boy.
Yeah.
As the car gets towed down the highway, and the children are attaching themselves to the tow truck driver's face.
That is a great business idea.
Yeah.
Allow.
This is like Airbnb-ing my life, Ian.
Allow fathers.
Uh-huh.
Haggard mothers and fathers.
Yeah.
To feign mechanical breakdowns.
Yeah.
And this could be like Uber for just overworked parents.
Okay. Yeah.
And instead of a car coming to pick you up, and then you have, because an Uber with children is kind of a pain in the ass because you got to get the car seat in and all that.
Yeah.
So in this scenario, a tow truck comes.
Right.
And
picks up your car. Yeah.
The children ride up front with the tow truck driver.
Oh, there's no way this could go wrong.
And then you just get to nap in your car on the back of the tow truck. That I'm telling you, you would make billions of dollars. You would make all of the dollars.
Yeah, just infinity. You were basically printing money at that point.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I would do that all the time. You kidding me? Oh, the car's broken. Guess we're gonna have to
take the tow truck to Grandma's house.
We'll take the tow truck.
Nice, buddy.
Yeah.
Nice. And the tow truck driver just has 4 Nintendo Switches up front.
Yep.
Yeah, and a bunch of iPads and Pixar movies loaded up.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I like that.
We need to think of a name for that service, but
you know what? Actually, what we need to do is we need to start some kind of bullshit web startup and hope that a manufacturer partners with us early on, even though we haven't delivered a tangible fucking product, for it to be an autonomous offering.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Because if it's an autonomous tow truck, then there's no one to molest your children in the driver's seat.
That's true. That's true. The other thing that you could do, the tier, because you know how Uber has the
Black and Express.
Right.
Yeah.
So the tier, the higher level tier for this is exactly the same, except there's also a bathroom built onto the flatbed, and you get to take a shit in peace.
You don't have to have a toddler sitting in your stretched out boxer shorts between your knees.
Exactly.
Dad. Yeah.
It's the height of luxury. Trust me, it is. To not have that.
Is that why you always go at my house?
It is.
So I could just Airbnb my bathroom, is what you're saying?
Yeah. I promise I won't talk to you while you poop. And you'd have people lined up. Young parents just lined up outside your door.
I remember hearing a story that comedian Artie Lang told one time. And it was somebody asked him about when he was doing really well and pretty wealthy, what the most reckless use of his money was, because he's had a rough past. He's been on and off heroin, and he's had a rough past. So they wanted to know what his most reckless use of money was when he had a bunch of money. And he said he was walking down the street in New York City one time, and he needed to take a shit. So he rented a $450 a night hotel room just so he could take a shit. we got a hotel room, went to the bathroom,
and
then
just checked out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I would, if I was wealthy, I would 100% do that. I would do that. Is something I would do.
Right?
And then Jenny would like see my credit card bill, like, what are all of these hotel rooms?
Right, think you're cheating on her when you just want to poop in peace.
Yeah.
Oh, someday we'll have a podcast that doesn't talk about body functions.
We won't.
We won't.
That's
We
a
won't.
ridiculous pipe dream. I can't believe you're even suggesting such a thing.
Ian, what are some other things we can talk about?
We could talk about a new car. That's coming out. It's a car thing.
Okay.
Talk about it.
Yeah,
It doesn't involve poop in any way.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let's see what you got, buddy.
So Ford announced that they are going to be coming out with this lovely thing, the Ford Edge ST.
ST. Ian?
Something that's a badge designation that has been reserved for the hatchbacks.
Yeah, the little racy cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a sporty version of the Ford Edge because I guess someone was asking for that.
Well, Ian, they're sportifying all the crossovers, Ian.
Yes. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm not sure.
Normally, I would assume that it's an instant no. Why are you not feeling why are you not feeling instant no on this?
I don't know. I feel like
Is it because of Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Jaguar F-Pace, cars like that?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, because the cheaper end of the crossover segment really doesn't have that many of these sorts of things.
Okay, like a sporty crossover.
Right.
Okay.
And I think it's probably good. I don't know. I would rather see them make, say,
some kind of ST Fusion wagon.
Yes. Exactly that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, so
It's gonna get EcoBoost V6.
Oh, wow.
335 horsepower.
okay.
380 pound-feet of torque.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have an all-wheel drive wagon or sedan. I don't
Yeah.
like. We need to stop sportifying all the crossovers. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it looks okay, but and Ford's build quality is really good. They've been on a really good streak lately. It seems like this is the kind of car that you would do because it's going to sell and make money. They're gonna sell tons of these. I was talking to a guy on the airplane when I was on the way back home from Christmas. It was me and a guy on my left and right, and we talked about cars the entire trip, and nice. So that was fun. But the guy to my right was saying like, they're going to put that Hellcat engine in a Jeep Cherokee.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, they're calling it the Trackhawk, and they're going to sell 1 billion of them. And he was like, no, they're not going to sell any of those. It's like, is your thumb not on the pulse of what you see on the streets? BMW X6M, GLE AMG, AMG G-Wagon. You put high horsepower in a SUV or crossover, you're printing money at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna sell a ton of those.
So to me, it seems like this would be the car that Ford would make first, so that they would have the money to make the RS,
right?
The Focus RS later,
right? And that's
right?
part of the other argument for these sorts of things is that it allows them to do fun
right,
stuff that
right,
we like,
right?
And
Exactly,
it expands the ST thing. My only reservation about it really is, other than it being something that I'm not really particularly interested in, is that the brand, the over branding of it, of the ST thing is like, it reminds me whenever I see something like this or like the Nismo Juke, stuff like that, it reminds me for some reason of things that are unnecessarily gender focused branded.
Oh yeah, like boys T-shirts that like.
I mean, like men's like hygiene products or whatever that are
okay, yeah.
Like you don't need like a male version of shampoo,
right? Or a blackhead scrub.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. You
Just because you're a dude, this one
Right.
plays a guitar solo while you wipe away the crud.
Right.
Right.
Or
yeah.
like even just soap. Just
Right.
it's
Right.
just
Soap.
It's soap.
Right.
Buy a
Right.
bar of soap.
Right. Well, I can only use men's soap.
Right.
Right.
Buy a bar of soap that you think smells good.
Right.
And just
use-
do that.
Use that soap.
Yeah. We don't need to have, different branded.
Right.
Doesn't have to be, like you
Right.
said, playing a guitar solo.
Yeah, this could just be a crossover that is better handling, right? It doesn't have to be called the ST,
Right.
right?
And I know
is that
that's
what you're getting at? Yeah.
not really. I mean, I know it's silly, but for whatever reason, that is what popped into my head when I
Okay.
saw this story.
Okay.
And I'm not sure exactly why, because I don't think about that when the hatchbacks are done that way. So I'm not
Okay.
sure what the deal is with it, but it just strikes me as odd, I guess.
And you don't think it's watering down the ST name?
Maybe a little bit, but I don't
Okay.
think. I don't know that I'm that invested in it that I care that much about the ST name.
Okay.
So I'm not sure why it bothers me, but it kind of does
Yeah.
a little bit,
Okay.
and I just feel like it's a little like overcompensating-y.
Okay.
I'm not
Huh.
sure. Not
Yeah.
sure.
Huh. Okay. All right. Well,
I know this is a very not not satisfying conclusion to that, but it's just kind of how I feel about it.
Okay. All right, buddy. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, we don't have to call it the ST. It's watering down the ST. Like when BMW does stuff with M, it's like the what's the X for?
Right.
No. What is the X for, Ian?
What is the X?
Yeah,
for?
what the M version of it?
It's the X. What do you mean?
It's like the
X4M.
X4M Sport something, right? It's got like some name. It's not like an yeah, right?
Yeah. I know what you
Right?
mean.
But the fact that like M is on it, like why?
Right. Well, they also have like the ST line too,
oh, right.
which
okay.
is like just like an appearance package
okay.
thing. And like Volkswagen does the same thing with the R line.
Right.
And Volvo does it with Polestar. AMG there's the AMG appearance package for
Right.
Mercedes. BMW does it with M.
Yeah.
The M Sport package that isn't an actual M car or whatever.
Right.
I mean, so I feel like all of those performance names do eventually get watered down to where it doesn't really mean anything
Right.
anymore. But and this is an example of that. And I don't know why it bothers me when it's on a crossover and not when it's on a hatchback.
Right.
But it does. Anyway, I have an FMK Cars
Okay.
based on this sort of thing.
Sure, buddy.
So this is called Adventures in Overcompensating Branding. This is going to be, so you're going to get a car with a brand,
Okay.
performance brand sprinkled on top,
Sure.
and there is a catch.
Okay.
Ford Edge ST.
Sure.
You are only allowed to wear racing-themed clothes,
Oh, okay. All right.
right?
Do I have to look like a NASCAR driver? Like give me like a motorsport level of
I was kind of picturing just a mishmash.
Okay. All
You
right.
can just do whatever motorsport you want.
Okay. All right.
Maybe a different theme every day, whatever, but that's all you're allowed to wear.
Okay. All right.
Okay? Doesn't matter where you're. This is another one where,
Yeah.
job interview might be a little awkward.
Right.
Nissan Juke Nismo.
Oh yeah. If I remember correctly, the Nismo had, instead of like actual Brembo brakes, it had like plastic calipers or
Yeah.
plastic covers for the calipers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your house, office, and car are stocked with all unnecessarily male-branded hygiene products.
Ah. Okay.
So you have like for men Kleenex.
Right. Like pencils for men.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or manly chapstick.
Yeah. I could see how that would be very off-putting to
And then
people.
you offer it.
Yeah.
You offer those
Yeah.
things to people. all
Would
the
you
time.
like a Werther's for men?
Yeah, exactly.
Taffy for men. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it just tastes like aftershave.
Yeah. Does this extend into like when I'm shopping, like I can only buy picture frames for men?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Okay.
All right. So the last one, Alfa Romeo Stelvio.
Oh,
Now
okay.
you're getting the base Stelvio,
Okay.
but the catch is that it has a Mansory.
Oh no, Ian!
It
Don't
has
make
a
me
Mansory body
don't make
kit.
me have a Mansory body kit.
And you are a brand ambassador for Mansory.
Oh,
and they
no.
style everything else in your life. So they do your wardrobe,
Oh.
they redecorate your house, everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh God, there's a Mansory Bentayga.
Oh
Jesus.
God. Yeah. Like the.
Look for the Panamera. Remember,
Yeah,
the Panamera was the most horrendous.
Is that it?
Oh yeah. That
Yeah.
is it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
For anyone who doesn't know, Mansory is like this. It's a Swiss
Yeah, like
car
a.
customization.
I wouldn't even call them a tuning company.
No.
They're just customizers. Yeah.
And they do just these overwrought, awful body kits that look like that.
Yeah. 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 It basically, like, if you could take the gaping mouth of a largemouth bass and somehow attach that to a car, then that's what it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to kill. Oh God, it's even worse. Zoomed in. Accidental zoom. Accidental zoom did not go very well.
No, it did not.
So I'm definitely going to kill the Alfa Romeo Stelvio and the Mansory. Being a brand rep, yeah, I think being a brand rep, I would probably just have to wear like the Borat bikini and a giant gold medallion, right? I mean, like that's what they would make me wear, right?
I think that's right.
Oh man, okay. And then for a day, I will deal with like the over gender specific Nissan and my man toothbrush.
Okay.
Right? Toothbrush for men, right?
Right.
And then I guess I have to marry the Ford Edge ST. Yeah. And what was the kicker with this one again? The others were so rough. I forgot the kicker.
You're only allowed to wear racing themed
Oh
clothes.
yeah, I would just do that. Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What would you do?
I think I would do the same thing. That sounds
Okay.
about right.
Okay.
You know what? No, I would actually crush the
Juke.
the Juke.
Okay.
And I would for a day do the Mansory.
Okay. All right.
Because I think that would be entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just your body hair in a Borat bikini.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh.
Ian, I have an FMK cars for you.
Okay, and then we need to wrap it up.
We do. This
Because we are going karting.
Yes, we
and
are.
We have a date.
Yep.
And we need to go.
Okay,
I'm
Ian.
tapping my watch for some reason.
Speaking of crossovers and all that kind of stuff, Ian, this one's
Uh-huh.
called "For the Love of God, Stop Doing This." Okay, one company did it right, and they actually stopped doing it. Ian.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So first up, I'm going to give you, Ian. I'm going to close all these tabs here. I'm going to give you a BMW X6. Okay.
Okay.
These are things. This crossover coupe stuff that we hate is still going on.
Yeah.
Okay. BMW X6.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Kill.
Mercedes. You know what this one's going to be?
Yeah. The GLE.
Yep. GLE. All right.
Blech.
Okay. Yeah. Gross. All right.
God, it's so ugly.
It is. It is. Lastly, Ian, do you know the one company that did this and then learned their lesson and stopped?
Pontiac Aztec.
Nope. Acura.
Uh-huh.
ZDX. Okay. Acura made a crossover coupe.
The Cross Tour. It's the Accord Cross Tour.
Basically, yeah.
It's the same car,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But it's a large
somehow
crossover
uglier?
coupe, right? And they made it in 2012 and 2013, and then they said, "Shut it down."
Yeah.
Yeah, Ian.
Oof.
What do you think you'd do?
Toyota RAV4 with a wooden salad bowl. I guess I would. I'm crushing the X6.
Right, just out of principle.
Just out of principle.
yeah, yeah.
I will marry the the
Acura, the GLE, the Acura, the GLE.
I'll marry the GLE. Even though it's horrendously awful to look at.
Yeah, it's bad, especially the rear view.
It's so ugly.
It is.
And then for a day, I'll drive the ZDX.
Okay.
And it'll be what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be like, you know, when Steve Buscemi is playing the private investigator, and he's like, "What's up, fellow kids?
Yes.
I'm gonna
on 30 Rock.
I'm gonna infiltrate
Uh-huh.
the Honda Accord Cross Tour and ZDX
User
owners groups.
Okay. All
and
right.
I'm gonna figure out why people bought them." That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. I mean, I know why I bought this vehicle.
Yeah.
Why did you?
Yeah.
Right? I like that.
I'm one of you.
Yep. I'm one of you guys now.
Yeah.
Ian?
Please explain yourselves. I mean, I know why I bought it.
Right? Ian, lastly, real quick.
Yes.
I'm going to give you 3 catchphrases. I want you to match the catchphrase to one of those cars. Not catchphrase, but their marketing
this
logline.
is for real?
This is their actual marketing logline.
Wow, this is
okay?
good. I like this game.
Okay?
Okay.
I'm sure other people have played a game similar to this.
Probably.
It makes me think of the Untitled Car Show, the press release game that they play.
Mm-hmm.
So which car on their website says design driven? Design driven.
That's the BMW, right?
Nope.
Mercedes.
Nope.
God damn it.
That would be the Acura ZDX. That hunk of junk you see over there, design driven.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Okay. Up next, close the tab on the ZDX. Boy, that felt good. Unbridled character.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I love just marketing guys just like, oh yeah, unbridled character. Way to think of the log line for this one, Bob. Let's cut out early and hit tapas at happy hour.
Jesus Christ.
Unbridled character.
Mercedes?
Okay.
That's the Mercedes?
Nope.
That's the BMW?
That's the BMW X6. Right?
Okay.
Any guess what the one for the GLE is, Ian? Gripping in every corner of the world.
Shut up.
I am not making that up.
It doesn't even make sense.
That's what their marketing line is for this car.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Why do you think I knew you could not guess those? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So
that's how you know that like none of these cars are about driving because there's no reference to actual driving in any of those.
Right.
Or any experience that you have or emotion that you have connected to driving.
Yeah.
It's all about
image.
Your lifestyle, image, whatever bullshit.
Right.
Anyway, we need to go. We need to end this. We need to go karting.
What should people do if they want to hear more of this bullshit?
I don't know.
They should subscribe to us on iTunes. They should subscribe to us on YouTube. TeamClearCoat.com, Ian.
Yes, they should.
We've been over this.
I know. I'm sorry.
You're buying a Subaru and you're going to like it. Ian. So let's see. What else? Send us your FMK cars, stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Ian?
Yes,
Dave. What do you say?
We love you all.
We do love you. Let's go karting.
Please.
Okay, bye.
Bye.